Hi, it's Mikey, Majesty, and I have a cute little, I don't know why I always say cute, because it's not cute, actually. I have a story time for you guys, and it's real fucking interesting, so let's get into it. So a little backstory, this video takes place on 4/20, yep, May 20th, wait, April 20th, wait, yeah, April 20th. 2018. You know, Gigi Gorgeous's birthday. It was later on in the night, and I looked real cute. I had on my green eye look, I had on my green long camo shirt, and some black leggings and some boots. I looked real nice, I was feeling myself. I wasn't even getting ready for anything specific, I just wanted to join in the festivities. So my friend hit me up, asking me if I would like to go to a little party that her friend is throwing. And I was like, sure, I already look cute, I might as well go somewhere. So we go to this little gathering at this guy's apartment, and there's not that many people there. It's like a gathering, so there's probably like 10 to 12 people at the most. So we get there and we go around the room and we're introducing ourselves to everybody and getting to know everyone. After that, we decide to sit down. So there's this couch directly in front of the couch. Oh my god, my hair. I never even did my hair before this video, or my makeup, and I didn't shave either. So this is, whatever, adds to the video, right? We were just sitting down, chilling, talking to the people next to us. The only person that I didn't really introduce myself to was this weird kid that was kind of like in the corner, because he kind of seemed like standoffish. I already could tell what type of person he was. He was very cocky in the way that he handled himself. He was very like Scott Disick. So he's off to the corner the whole time up until this point, and then he comes up to me. He's like, hey, did that ink hurt on your hand, bro? And I'm like, doesn't even give me a chance to finish, and he's like, oh, you know it hurt, don't even lie. And I'm like, well, I mean, it hurt, obviously, but it didn't hurt as bad as I expected it to hurt. And he's like, that's pretty dope, bruh. And then he's like showing me all his tattoos. And he's one of those people that has like complete, like his arm is full, but he only has like 2 pieces. So it's like 1, 2. Do you know what I mean? So he thinks that he's like a fucking tattoo artist. He's telling me all about tattoos and how they work, like I don't know. He's asking me where I get my tattoos done. I asked him where he got his done at. Just basic conversation, and he walks away. I'm like, alright, cool, whatever. He walks away. He probably just wanted to have a conversation. For the sake of this video, we're gonna call him Backpack Kid. And I'll explain why after. It will make more sense. But we're gonna call him Backpack Kid for this video. So we're just sitting down, carrying on with our reg shenanigans, just talking to everybody. A few minutes goes by, probably like 20 minutes. Backpack Kid comes back up to me, and he's just like talking, and he's like, as he's talking to me, he's getting closer and closer and closer into my personal space. And I'm like, back the fuck off, bro. I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking it. But I was just like, whatever. He's probably just one of those people that feels the need to be 1 inch away from the people they're talking to. Anyways, so he's talking to my friend that's next to me, and then he looks at me and he's like, is it okay if I ask you a question? And in my head I'm like, oh, here we go, because there's always that one straight guy that always has to be like, so are you a boy or a girl? So I'm like, sure, you could ask me a question. And he's like, so I see you have a lot going on here. What are you going for? And I'm like, what am I going for? And he's like, yeah, like, what is the look you're going for? And I'm like, I'm just going for me. I'm not really going for anything. And he's like, oh, dope, dope. Alright, I respect that, bro. So I'm an artist, and I'm doing a song about people that, you know, are just not afraid to be themselves and stuff like that, and I'm looking for people for my video, and you would be really dope in this dope video. It's so dope. Would you be interested in being in this dope vid? And I'm like, sure. I didn't really care to be in the video, to be quite honest with you, because I could already tell that this guy was a tool. I'm just like, sure, just being polite. And I'm like, yeah, that would be cool. I look over at my friend, she's like, oh, cool, you're gonna be in the video. Like, kind of being sarcastic, because she could tell that I'm like, what is happening right now? The guy walks away, again, for like the 18th time. And life goes on again. Whatever, didn't think about it. I'm just like, whatever, I'm probably not going to be in this video because I'm probably never going to see this kid again in my life. So time goes on, my friend gets up to play bear pong and I'm just sitting there. So the guy, backpack kid, walks up to me again and he sits right where my friend was sitting. And at this point, some time has passed by, we've been there for a while, and he's just going in about my appearance, like he's just talking so close to me, and it's kind of weirding me out, but at the same time I'm kind of laughing because I find it interesting, like it's like kind of entertaining at this point, because I don't know if the guy is drunk or if he's high or what, but he was acting weird. So backpack kid sits next to me and he's like, "Who does your hair?"
Hey there, I like your hair. Who does your hair? I wanna go there.
And I'm like,
I'll do my own damn hair. Psha.
And he's like, "You do your own hair? Oh my god, you even color it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I always color my own hair. I don't usually let anybody else do it." And he's like, "That's so dope, bro. Would you do my hair?" I was trying to be nice about it, but I really didn't want to do the kid's hair, and I didn't know if he was serious or not, so I'm like, I don't really do other people's hair that much. I basically just do my own hair because I'm not like a professional or anything, even though I basically am. And he's like, "Oh, would you dye my hair at least? I would love to have that dope color. It's so cool." And I'm like, "Thanks, but I don't really know if I want to color somebody else's hair, especially with your hair because it's so dark. I don't want to mess it up." Because he had like naturally black hair. That's just like asking for mistakes, right? He's like, "Oh, well, I don't mind. Would you mind experimenting with me? Would you experiment with me with your hair, bro? Because I don't mind experimenting." And he said experiment like over and over again. In the moment, I'm just like, alright, he really wants me to do his hair. But afterwards, I thought about it a little deeper and I'm like, he literally said experiment so many times. Was there a deeper meaning to that? So he's going on about my hair and his hair and how dope everything is, and he wants icy white hair just like mine. So excited to experiment with me. And I look around and his friends are like, what the fuck is he doing? This girl looks at me and she's like mouthing to me, "I'm so sorry." And I'm like, it's fine. Like, it's not anybody's fault that he's acting like this. Anyways, that ends. And the kid gets up and he starts dancing. So this is where the backpack kid thing comes into play. He starts dancing like legit backpack kid. Like he's dabbing and he's like doing all of these weird ass moves, being really cool. And I'll insert a video right here of backpack kid if you don't know who I'm talking about.
Running from the cop, shooting at the ops.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Shooting at the ops, cause I run that block. Give me top, and my drop top.
So that's a backpack kid. That's literally exactly what this kid was acting like. I'm pretty sure this guy was like probably 21, probably a little bit older, and he's acting like fucking backpack kid. So I'm just like, are you joking? Who brought this kid here? So he's dancing like an asshole and everything, and he finally sits down in his own little section and he's chill. So he walks up to my friend again, can't just, you know, fuck off or whatever. He's talking about how he has this medical card and he has this stuff that's really good for him because he can't smoke all types of weed because he'll get paranoid and stuff like that, which does happen with people. It's 420. This is more appropriate to be talking about than my hair right now. He goes on to say like, "Oh, I don't really know how to roll a blunt. Like, no one's ever taught me how to roll a blunt." So my friend's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you have your medical card and you know how to roll a blunt?" And he's like, "No, can you teach me?" So she's like, "Alright, I'll teach you." She breaks up all the stuff, she breaks up the Dutch, she's like, empties out the guts, and she puts it in everything, and she's like giving a step by step, like, okay, step 1, you're gonna want to do this, and you're gonna do that. Step by step. He sits like diagonal from me, so now we're in like a triangle. I'm right here, my friend is right here, and he's like right here. And the whole entire time that she's giving like this step-by-step tutorial on how to roll a blunt, he's like looking into my eyes, like staring, like not even looking into my eyes, looking through my soul actually. It was that type of looking at me. And he's like talking to me and telling me all these things, and I have no idea what he's talking about at this point because I'm just like completely amazed that this weird ass straight guy is like looking through my soul right now. And I'm getting a little concerned because his energy seems a little bit off from when we first arrived. So she's trying to show him how to roll a blunt. He's staring into my soul, looking at me, talking about who knows what. She finally gets done. I turn to my friend, I'm like, did he get any of that? And she's like, I don't know. I think he's too mesmerized. And I'm like, thank you. Like, somebody sees what's happening right now and it's not just me, because I don't want to be that asshole gay guy that's like, oh, he's obsessed with me. But he actually was like mesmerized. I laugh at that and I'm like, ha ha ha. So we spark up this marijuana cigarette and it goes around the whole party. It gets to him like 2 times, I think, and this kid is dumb high. So I don't know if he didn't really smoke that much or if he just has a low tolerance, but this kid is done off. He starts acting even more crazy, even more loud. He wants all of the attention drawn to him, which same, but I handle it in a different way. He's like handling himself in just really weird ways. He wants to be the center of attention, so he's like picking all of these weird places to sit and he's doing all of his backpack boy dances. He's just acting fucking weird, but whatever, because he's not bothering me finally. So he comes back up to us again. I could tell that he's like almost angry. Like he has this weird vibe to him that he's like pissed off about something. He's not like throwing anything. Like he's not acting angry. I could just tell that he's a little like off right now. We're talking or whatever and I'm talking to my friend and somebody says something. Like, we're joking around. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I said something along the lines of, like, oh, well, you can't be crazy as me. Like, joking around. And he's like,
yeah, well, I fucking killed somebody, so there's that.
My heart just sinks. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Here we go. He's gonna snap, and he's gonna kill everybody at this fucking party. We need to go. So, I don't say anything, because I can't. What do you say to that? I'm just like... So my friend steps in, and she's like, well, that's not really cool, man. And he's like, yeah, well, I was in the army, so I didn't really have a choice. At that point, I felt a little bit better, because I was like, alright, at least he didn't just walk down the street and stab somebody to death. He was in the army. So my friend is like, well... alright, that's understandable, but you can't just come out and say stuff like that, you know? It's not cool. He's like, yeah, like, he's just mumbling to himself at this point. So I think that, I don't know what was happening. I don't know if he was maybe triggered by being high. Something that was brought up was triggering to him. But this guy snapped. And he's just mumbling to himself. Nobody knows what he's really saying. He kind of blurts out that he's sorry. And I'm just like, whatever, like, just get away from me at this point. So he sits down on the opposite side of the room at this point on this recliner thing. He's like not having it. Like he's not okay. He's tweaking and he's acting weird. So he's just sitting in this chair and he's like this. After a few minutes, I'm like, is he okay? So his friend goes over there and he talks to him and everything. And to be completely honest with you, after that point, I knew that this guy was completely fine. And it was almost as if he was doing this for some sort of attention or sympathy from everybody in the room. As he's sitting down like this, he's literally dabbing and dancing, like, along with the music as he has his head down. Like, and he's like talking about, he's like, oh my god, it's so hot in here. I'm sweating, it's so hot in here. Everyone's like, dude, why don't you take your fucking red fleece off? He had like a bright red fleece on, and he's complaining about that it's hot in there. So he takes off his fleece finally. He's just being a fucking weirdo for the rest of the party. His friends are like kind of looking at me. This girl, the girl that invited us to the party originally was like, I'm so sorry, like, I don't even know who he is. I didn't know he was gonna be here, so I didn't really care. Like, it's not like anybody's fault that he was acting weird. He gets up again and he's like, do you have like an Instagram or anything so I could like stay in contact with you? And I'm like, sure. So I give him my Instagram, and then I'm like, what's your Instagram? So I get his. The guy has like 36,000 followers, and his account is private. So I'm like, alright, kind of weird, whatever. He's like, oh, what's your name again? I don't know what your name is. And he's like scrolling through all of these follower request things. I don't have those, so I don't really know. And there's like literally a whole list. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, I'm sitting right in front of you. I just followed you. And I'm probably gonna be the last person that requested to follow you. Really? He's like low-key bragging, turns his whole phone. He's like, oh, I don't know where you are. I can't find you anywhere. So I'm like, yep, I'm the very top one. Because I just followed you. And he's like, oh, alright, bro, I'll accept it. Accepts it. He followed me back, and that was really it. So I went home, and the next day, I'm like, oh my god, I went on this guy's Instagram, because I totally forgot about this guy after I went home. And it's like all videos of him like singing and doing all of these like white people vines and songs and stuff like that. He like, the guy basically wants to be like a Musical.ly star. I knew that this guy was so fucking cocky and weird, but I, like the whole entire party, he's up my ass talking about, oh, I want you in my video, I want you to do my hair, I want you to do this and that and this with me. And what does he fucking do? He unfollows me on Instagram the next day. Are you fucking kidding me? So I don't know what type of episode this kid was having. I don't know if it could have possibly been PTSD. I don't know if he was just tweaking off the marijuans. I don't know if he was drunk, but this guy was fucking out of his mind. And I just want to know if he's like that in real life, or if he was putting on like a whole persona. I don't know. This fucking guy was really weird. I really just thought that this was worthy of sharing a story about, because it was weird, and I like to share sections of my life that could be entertaining to others, because I personally love Storytime videos, so I have fun making them. That was the story about the time Backpack Kid harassed me at a party. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this dope vid. Just kidding. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Feel free to give this video a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy it. And as always, you could feel free to subscribe. You don't have to, but it's free. And if you're bored, you could always go check out this video right here. Love you. Mean it. And as always, be safe, responsible, respectful, and as always, be a leader. I'll see you later, Gorge. Oh, and if Backpack Kid is watching this video, sorry I made a video about you, but you're fucking weird.